Yes.
That's what we doing.
Let's go.
God bless you.
Goodbye.
Sleepy time.
Don't sell trank, is what you're saying.
Or sell the liquid form if you're going to do it.
Oh, just liquid trank is
Or
cool.
or don't do it because it's very, very bad.
What is
there's
the
dudes
form
that
that it comes
have
in?
open wounds, and this guy, he's like, I've had a fucking wound for 7 fucking months. He's like, I wash it every day. And eventually they have to amputate your leg because it'll spread and just kill you.
It's like ultimate gangrene, basically.
Yeah. And it's like, you don't really have, like, the dudes know there's like trank and heroin, but they're just like, yeah, man, it's fucking in there. It's annoying.
Is there still fentanyl if there's trank in it?
Fetty's big still. Still Fetty, still trank. It's just Fetty, H, and trank.
Those boys are seeking that out, though, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they want fentanyl now, right?
Well, Fet for sure. But the trank doesn't give you the heroin rush. Apparently, you just do it and you're just like, ah. So that was the one guy said. He's like, you don't catch the rush.
What the fuck's the
But
point of
it's
that?
cheap.
Why do they put that shit in there?
It's so cheap. I mean, it's like you can
It's
buy.
just to fill the bag up, basically?
Yeah, and it's like an effective cut you can use that does probably fuck you up. It's like a horse tranquilizer. But then you can get it, dude. It's like the Chinese companies are selling it for $20 a kilo. So if you're a heroin dealer, it's like you can get a kilo of it and sell bags cut with it for $5 to $10 a bag.
What Chinese company? You buy it online?
Well, allegedly, yeah, it's for real. It's the company.
Fucking
apparently,
Panda Express.
the company that was selling the company that was
motherfuckers.
selling the fentanyl precursors to the cartels. Again, allegedly, is starting to sell this.
It's number
now.
one golden trank. It's fucking top number one golden trank.
Happy Joy Trank Club.
Yeah, it's fucked up. The documentary is pretty sick, but it's all about he goes and interviews people, and they're like, "There's apparently 2 brothers in Philadelphia. I don't know why they would let him film them. They're called the Trank Brothers, and
They show their
apparently-
faces?
huh?
They show their
they're
faces?
completely like done up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is what
Just
it is.
wearing
We're
full
fucking
makeup.
killing everybody.
Yeah, like
It's awesome. I made $40,000.
dude, for real. They talk about the money they're making. It's crazy. But it's like, why would they even agree to get interviewed? Makes
Yeah.
no sense. Although maybe they are that dumb though.
Obviously, they're not the best guys.
Yeah, they're not. But they're like, do you feel bad about what you're doing? They're like, no, not whatsoever. They're like, why? He's like, if you don't miss your vein, it's fine. And it provides less of a withdrawal. It's like, what happens if you miss a vein? That'll tear your ass up.
Do
literally,
not miss a vein.
Literally direct quote. What if you miss? It'll tear your ass up. It's like, damn.
Damn. It was Channel 5 News?
Yeah, Channel 5.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Andrew, doing the good work.
That's pretty tight, man.
Is he the one who made the documentary?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
He's in the fucking Trank Brothers house. I was like scared for him. Like, brother,
Damn.
get out of there.
Wait, this is in Philly?
Yeah.
What's the Channel 5 news in Philly?
It's All Gas, No Brakes,
Gas, No
Andrew
Brakes.
Callahan.
Is that who that is?
Oh.
He's
Yeah.
all gas, no brakes? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Damn, this
Okay.
guy's got balls to go fucking to this guy's house, right?
Yeah, dude.
Sounds pretty scary.
But apparently, too, the ice cream truck like circles K&A because whenever they're coming down off opiates,
Oh, they need that sugar.
they need the sugar.
Yes.
So then at the very end, it's very sweet. They're sitting there in the ice cream. And the ice, you're laying there just like catatonic. It's like just nonstop.
Dude, that's so funny. We
You come
cannot
out of it.
We cannot get that guy to stop on our street. He's just cruising down to K&A.
Just stand outside
to
like
get the
this,
box.
dude. Just fucking-
Bro. Yo,
He's
you
on the
wanna-
way.
You got to sell like fucking gummy worms.
Bro.
Just go buy a crate of gummy worms, go down to K&A.
You could trap out
You will
so
fucking
hard.
make so much money.
Dollar a worm?
If Girl Scout cookies, if your kid joins Girl Scouts,
Bro.
Yeah.
send her down.
Come on,
there.
we're heading to
Yeah,
K&A.
we're getting rid of these.
All right, we'll
cookies.
just go to
True.
Somerset Station.
True. You could be like the Trank Brothers. Dude.
Nah, I think we'll be out of there by the time she's a Girl Scout.
the gummy worms
Simone's
supply.
are fucking you up.
Those Samoas tear your mouth up.
Damn, he got peach rings. I fucking love those.
Yeah, dude. At the end, the guy gets ice cream for everybody. There's like a lady who had her leg cut off who's kind of milling around. There's these 2 other ladies.
Is it Mr. Softy? Like the OG?
I forget. It didn't sound like, I don't know.
A legless lady was eating ice cream.
Oh, yeah, bro. She was getting down on a cone.
Fucking Lieutenant Dan style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lieutenant Denise.
Ice cream.
Dude, it's funny.
Wake up.
They're talking about the sugar and like, cause there's like this black dude with him. He's like, why do y'all love fucking ice cream so much? And they're like, it's just good. He's like, no, there's a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, you guys, and then they're talking about, and the ice cream truck goes by, and the guy Callahan's like, you want to get some ice cream now? And they're like, yeah, for sure. Let's go get it.
He did that. I think it was him. He did one in Portland or
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of those that was the same thing. The thing they were stealing from all the Walgreens and
Mm-hmm.
shit was ice cream. They would go. You'd go in and steal a bunch of ice cream, and go sell it immediately to all the heroin.
Yeah, that's
people.
got such a short lifespan on it. Like you have to rid that. in
The
10
one
minutes.
dude, the one dude he gives it to, just immediately it's melted, and he's just like, "Oh my god!"
Put a straw in it.
Damn, you're fronting the drumsticks out to the junkies. That'd be a tough. You'd have to be breaking legs. Be like, did you fucking munch the cones?
That's why I have to ask somebody at CVS to unlock the fucking ice cream freezer when I go in there.
That is why.
Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Stinks.
I just want to get these 𝙈𝙩 𝙎𝙩 𝙎𝙚 cones and get out of here.
Hurry up, my kid and wife are asleep.
True.
I'm supposed to be watching her.
Damn, I don't want to put that on you. Never mind. I was gonna say it's gonna be like Manchester by the Sea. Except you're just going out to get fucking ice cream.
I don't
Come
know
back
the
and go,
reference.
fuck, I left my bowl still lit. Fucking house burned down. I left the fucking roach.
The roach. Yeah, leaving the roach and having to tear your ass up would be terrible. Do you worry about like tremendous safety concerns at all?
Not yet. But
I'm just putting all my anxiety.
yeah.
So far, you're the first dad
I'll
I've
take
never
it.
heard say yes immediately.
nah, I mean,
It's usually like, yes, I think about having to fight to the death for my child every second.
once I think we're going to probably move out of that neighborhood in the next year or two.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I feel safer there. I just don't leave the house.
Yeah, true.
She's an indoor baby until until she's 2.
Yeah.
I went
actually an
downstairs
indoor
last
baby.
night. We had something go. Oh, no, it was 2 nights ago. Something went bump in the night. I went downstairs fully naked.
Ready to
It
fight.
was so sick. It was nothing. I knew it was
It's good
nothing.
you go down to fight. I
I
hear the bump and I go,
I went down, dude. I
That's
went
it?
down.
Someone's in
I
here?
for sure. I was like, it was definitely this thing. She leaned up against the wall, but she was like, "Is someone in here?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm going down right now." I was like,
Fuck
"Dude,
yeah.
I'm so fucking sick."
Did you precariously place the Dyson against the wall again? Because it has never once stayed up on its fucking own, bitch.
I was like, "Or it's probably a guy."
What do you? Did you sound like a fucking $500 vacuum falling down the stairs? 'Cause that's what it sounded like to me.
you check.
What's your bedside weapon? You got the heat?
Damn.
Damn, dude. Fucking.
Damn, the fighting Irish. Straight leprechaun, dude. If somebody breaks in, it's fucking.
I did as soon as I went down there that night. I was like, "Dude, I need a weapon so bad." I just went down there, just Teenus blazing, dude.
Naked?
I was fully fucking naked.
That'll startle someone.
Naked pube Teenus, just an absolute wizard of a Teenus, dude.
Just the Randy Johnson bucket of baseballs. Fucking full bird out, flying balls at their heads.
But no, I have dogs, so the dogs aren't barking. I'm like, this is nothing.
That's my worry, or that's my kind of saving grace. I think if an intruder comes in, that the dogs will hear it first, but those fucking idiots are dead asleep.
Those dogs bark, dude.
They do bark, but I feel like we got a lot of noisemakers going on. I don't know if they would
yeah.
necessarily hear somebody creeping around.
Yeah, they got desensitized.
I got the old, I have a baseball bat with a buck knife taped to the end of it next to my bed.
You got bayonet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Out of your
is
deep
medieval.
slumber, too.
Huh?
Out of your deep slumber.
It's far enough away that I can't grab it in a fever dream and start swinging it around. I got to get up and find it, you know?
You do have a bayonet.
Yeah, dude, I made a bayonet. I was in New York a couple years ago, and there was some creep looking in our house and the neighbors' houses, and me and Fennell sped back, and the guy was gone by then, by the time I got back. But I was just up all night, freaked out, and I was like, I don't have a fucking bullets for this shotgun, but I still brought the shotgun up.
You need a bayonet.
Yeah, I was like, what am I going to do?
That'd be sick to run down the hall like
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
like a red coat.
I have the sheath on it, too, so for safety, you know?
That's good.
And then I can
get-
whip that thing at him
That's
first,
sick.
startle him, and then knife to the face.
Yeah. Fuck.
And if I get outside with that thing, I can start fucking swinging
I
that
have
thing
a
around.
shotgun. I got to keep it right under my bed. Loaded.
Yeah. I don't think you should do that.
No, for sure. Protect my house.
I think that'll be a Blade Runner situation. I think your lady's coming out of the bathroom and you go, "Who's there?"
The Wild Wild West.
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
dude.
what are you doing here?
Oh my gosh.
It's us.
the Patreon.
Me, Matt, and Spud. Having fun at night. It's a nighttime party.
Indecent hour too.
Crazy hour.
Very indecent hour.
Matt,
This is like a seance.
what are you going to tell the folks?
The final part of the first crusade, dude. The Battle of Jerusalem. Sorry guys, I'm already fucking up. I'm usually in REM sleep right now like a dog.
Yeah.
But dude, yeah, we're going with the final act of the first crusade. the Battle of the Holy City, Jerusalem.
Rev up the podcast. Ooh.
So you know where we left off. You know where we left off.
I don't know where we left off. Just give me
But
a
I'm
quick
gonna
relap.
all right.
Quick recap.
Quick recap.
relapse.
So really, what happened was the Pope Urban, I believe, fired up the French. He was like, guys, these Muslims are out of fucking control. We can't go to the Holy Land. This is fucking bullshit.
Revved up the baguettes.
Yeah,
He
he goes.
rev up the French.
The Pope said, we got to get away. He didn't say we got to get away from these guys. He said, we got to go right towards it. We got to take it to fight to him.
Pope Urban was Dilbert.
He was
He
clot.
Dilberted out on the Muzz.
A lot of folks still read it out.
Yeah. So he,
Dilbert the fourth.
Pope spaz. So then a bunch of people go over there and they just had like
He had a Pope
a
spaz.
3-year bloody fucking, it just was 3 years of just bloody, horrible fighting against these Muslims. And the Muslims were a superior force. And there's just been a ton of like weird coincidences and kind of like lucky turns, you know, of the dice.
Almost religious.
Yeah, very religious.
We're 3 years in.
Almost
Dude.
miraculous.
Miraculous shit, dude. We left off at the fall of Antioch,
Okay.
which is a fallen
I've heard
city
of
from the
Antioch,
Byzantine
yeah.
Empire. And the guy Alexius from Byzantium was like basically using the Crusaders to get back his snatched territories from these fucking Seljuk Turks and these fucking mother.
Everyone hates the Turks, dude.
oh god.
Everybody hates the Turks.
Oh boy.
They're pissed. Yeah. I mean, from Alexios' perspective, I'm talking Alexios' perspective. He was kind of like these fucking Muslims.
These goddamn Muslims.
So he was pissed off as they took his holy cities.
They took
You know,
my stuff.
He took his fucking things. Want to give it back. So then so he was using the Frankish, forces to basically take his cities back. So the Battle of Antioch was just like these guys were up against completely hopeless things where they'd be outside to siege a wall of Antioch specifically. And like, they'd know like, damn, there's forces that like Muslim forces could come at any times and just smash us up against these walls. Because like getting inside was like almost impossible.
It's a bit of a Thermopylae.
Big time.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that is, but big time.
Yeah. I was excited to hear how that went.
So yeah, dude,
Both of you guys on
a bit of a Thermopylae.
rev
So,
up the Thermopylae.
I mean, dude, so
Ooh.
Antioch alone was just, it was fucking miraculous, the fact that they got in. And, you know, I don't go into too much detail about Antioch, but basically they were up against the wall. They were fucked up. They couldn't get in. They were going to die. The Turks were coming. Kerboga's army was coming to get them.
Who's?
Kerboga. He was the guy. That was the bro. Kerboga.
Kerboga.
Kerboga, dude.
Are there Hezbollahs?
I like
Are
taking
these
chances
Hezbollahs?
on names. Taking chances on. I have no idea who that
Kerboga.
is. But just
Yeah,
being
I
like,
mean, I'm-
fucking Kerboga's guys are coming.
Not trying to be racist, bro. Are these like Hezbollahs?
No.
Like, what am I
No,
imagining?
these were
What am I imagining?
Arabs.
were Arabs.
All right,
But then they
straight
did have
Arabs.
the Seljuk Turks were like the bad guys from Mulan.
Okay.
Turk boys. We're talking fucking.
They had a big
They,
black guy.
they all
and
look
a
like
parrot.
George Clooney. Bunch of George
Yeah,
Clooney's.
yeah, these
Purple
were-
eyes.
These are a bunch of Jake
Gorgeous
Gyllenhaals,
olive
dude.
skin.
A bunch of Jake Gyllenhaals.
A bunch of Gyllenhaals fucking coming at you on horses. Stupid pants. Dressed like
Cardinal.
Aladdin.
So then basically the Crusades wasn't led by the first Crusade was not led by a king. Can you believe that? It was just a ragtag bunch of noblemen. You couldn't believe the ragtag
Vigilantes.
group, basically.
Basically, a bunch of Rittenhouse.
A bunch of guys crossed state
Medieval
lines.
Rittenhouse
dude.
and Zimmermans.
A bunch of guys crossed
Yeah.
state lines with swords.
Descended upon them. Bunch of patriots.
So they take Antioch
Pop
and just
Squad.
like a total like what the fuck?
Like
How do we
January
even do
6th.
this? Basically, yes.
January 6th, Antioch.
Big time. In a sense,
One
yes,
woman got
absolutely.
popped in the-
So the Wall of Antioch.
Yeah, dude. So they get into Antioch, take it over against all odds, and then Kerboga's army is outside to smash them after they like literally didn't have any food. We're going to starve to death. They were fucked in Antioch, and then they say, "Yo, the only option we have." They try to like commit suicide multiple times. We're like, this will be a glorious martyrdom. Let's just all walk out of the city and just give it all we got against Kerboga's army, and just like we'll go out in a blaze of glory. So they're all prepared to die just to defend Antioch. So they're like, there's no way we can do it. And something weird happened where they all came out. The Seljuk Turks like to circle people. So they have a big circle around the walls of Antioch. So they didn't expect these dudes to come out like this. And in the middle of the night, they're like, fuck it. And they just charged out. The Turks are like, what the fuck is this? And they broke through their one line. So then that like circle formation retreated, and they had a huge force standing outside the city. But when the retreaters ran in, they blasted through the guy Kerboga's main army. So like he was like, fuck it. He sent them in to charge. The retreating force crashed into his force, and they all just ran away, disgraced. So then that, like, dude, like they should have died. They were wildly outnumbered.
So they lived.
They lived. It was miraculous. So
Okay.
now they're in. So I'm setting the stage. Now they're in Antioch, and the guy, I think his name was 𝙈𝙩𝙩, was the guy who was in charge of Antioch. Foxy little guy, because the way he got in charge of it was like, yo, if one of us comes up with a successful
You mean,
battle
like,
plan,
clever.
very, I mean,
Yeah.
Foxy clever. This is Crusade language.
Yeah, we're not
yeah.
talking like your perverted sex stuff.
Sorry.
Talking foxy,
dude,
I'm
like
horny. It's
clever.
linked.
𝙈𝙩𝙩 goes, he ends up going like this. They're outside Antioch. They're like, dude, these guys are about to smash us. 𝙈𝙩𝙩 goes, yo, what if one of us came up with like a cool plan to actually take over the city? Would that guy be able to rule the city? And they're like, yeah, dude, whatever. He goes, all right, I have a guy on the inside. He says he's going to lower down the ladder. We can go. And so that's how they end up getting Antioch. Anyway, so they're in Antioch. 𝙈𝙩𝙩's in charge. Raymore of Toulouse, he's not liking the shit at all. He's another like nobleman. He's like, dude, this is kind of bullshit. So Raymore of Toulouse starts going and sacking cities outside of Antioch. Meanwhile, the main forces are kind of like, this is bullshit. We want to get Jerusalem. Like, we're here, this is a holy war. A lot of like the poor guys were like, fuck it, we want Jerusalem. We want the religious glory. And the noblemen were like, we're going to take some of these territories. So the reason I'm saying all of this is because Raymore of Toulouse and 𝙈𝙩𝙩 eventually teamed up to take out a small city named Murat, which ended up being pivotal in finally sending them to Jerusalem, because it was just, everything was stagnated around Antioch, and people were like, well, we should give it back to the Byzantine Empire, blah, blah, blah. So they're fighting. So, does that all make sense?
Yeah, I'm visual. I'm actually gonna look up Antioch to see.
Yeah,
how
check
close
it out. But
is,
dude,
yeah.
we're talking Murat right now.
Oh, I just want to check it. I just
Check
want
out
to see a
Antioch.
map. I just want to see a map.
Check Antioch out.
Yeah,
So, dude.
it's got to be on Google Map.
So we're talking, this is the winter of 1098. Raymond of Toulouse and 𝙈𝙩𝙩 lead a joint attack on the city of Murat. And after it took 2 weeks, and they finally scale the walls, and with siege towers or whatever. So they get in, it took them a whole day, basically, to get over the walls.
It's not coming up.
This is nuts, dude.
What are you talking about?
This whole thing.
I'm telling you, it's tracking.
Nuts.
It's tracking. Does it not make sense?
The Wild Wild West.
You said you wanted me
I do
fucking
n-
fired up, dude, so I'm fired up.
I do nothing but defend you,
Filters
dude.
off.
I defend you all the time.
Hey, we're here live. Welcome to the podcast. We're here with the Joey DeRossi.
Oh my God.
Joey.
What's up, dude?
Why are you fucking being nasty?
You asked me to be. You said you didn't like when I came in polite today,
You weren't, yeah.
and you were
polite.
like, I want you more wound up, and you started talking to me about the state of comedy, and now I'm all fucking aggravated. Because I hate almost every one of our friends, and I can't tell them to their face.
Yeah, I know. I know. You can't.
Can't.
How could you? You'd be
Can't
a-
have friends. Can't have enemies. You just gotta pretend that everything is fine. It's the word.
Matt's back. Matt's
I was
back.
out there. I got a taste of the road.
Matt's back,
I
dude.
got a stomach
You're back
virus.
from the road?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Well, it was a week.
Oh,
That was
all right.
enough for me. That was plenty.
You all right though?
It was fun. Yeah, it was a good time. I got a stomach virus the very first night, so that was terrible.
Classic road.
Stomach virus,
Just
dude.
go out
I've
and get
had a stomach
viciously
virus
ill.
since I was like 6, dude.
Yeah.
That sucks. I've had the flu on the road. It's brutal. It's brutal. Like I've been in a hotel in like fucking Massachusetts, like
Yeah, it's-
shaking. Like it's brutal. You know?
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I thought I had
Yeah,
food
in
poisoning. I thought I had food poisoning until I was on the flight, and I was like, "Man, it's cold on this fucking." I was like, "I got the chills." I was
Oh,
like,
fuck.
"Shit,
when you gotta
influenza.
fly with the
Yeah.
sickness, it's the worst.
dude." I was watching people order like shit at the airport, like coffees and baguettes, and just being little bagels or whatever, and just being like, "Yeah, you think you're fucking cool with the stomach, dude? Your stomach works, and you think you're the man drinking coffee?
yeah.
I'd die right now if I drank coffee."
Ugh.
It was cool. It was cool. I understand the pressures to sell tickets are an immense pressure. I didn't like that at all.
It is. It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I bother managers, dude. I'm
Yeah,
like,
go, where we at? Where we at?
What,
on sets?
and like, well, we don't. Who cares? It's gonna be good. I'm like,
Were you
well,
doing
no, no.
clubs?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what that is. They don't do a fucking goddamn thing to publicize their own shows.
Yeah,
and
true.
then when nobody's there, they go, "What is ticket sell?" I wonder why. Really? That 6-minute spot on the weather fucking channel you had me do this morning didn't move tickets.
You gotta do the clips, bro.
It's not every club.
You gotta,
yeah,
you gotta do crowd work clips.
yeah, exactly.
I'd love it. I'd love to see DeRosa's crowd work clips. What's that? Shut up. That's a problem these days. Everyone's a fucking bitch.
I yelled at a guy. at a show recently. I was trying to talk to him, and he wouldn't respond. And I go, relax, I'm not going to clip it and put it on the internet like every other fucking comedian in this country. You just talk to me.
Yeah.
No, it's not every club, but a lot of these clubs, like, they don't do anything to publicize, and then they sit there and go, what did you do? It's like, what did I do?
Well, I was waiting. That's what I was. I was waiting for like the worst possible. They turned out good, but I was like ready for like the club to call me and be like, "What the fuck did you do?" And
well, then maybe it was.
I don't know.
It's the worst. What happens now? I know we're doing stand-up comedy, inside baseball shit, but there's not like you go from being a feature, which is the shit. You just show up. You're like, who gives a fuck who's here? This will be fun. I'm gonna fuck around. I did 20 minutes. This is gonna be great. The first time you start headlining, you're just like peeking your head out from behind the green room door,
it's
just
brutal.
like, it's fucking empty. I know. It's fucking empty. What do we do?
I'm gonna see
they're
people.
like, I guess there's traffic. There might be traffic, and then you fucking ask the club owner, and they're like, "What's it looking like?" They're like, "Tonight's not bad. Saturday night's looking pretty good." You're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, they love that.
So 5 shows are
Saturday
terrible.
is great early. I used to always make a joke when I went on the road because it was like every gig I would do. The club owner would come up to me and be like, and I'd be like, "How are numbers?" And they'd go, "Listen, it turns out the Beatles they're not dead. They're alive, and they're doing a reunion across the street."
I know this.
It was always something. I swear to God,
it was
one time
you recorded an album during the Final Four in Atlanta.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah,
I did a show on the Super Bowl.
I told you when the first time I ever met you was at the Lizard Lounge.
Oh wait, yeah.
At the Chameleon Club in Lancaster.
Yes.
And I was like, dude, that album fucking ruled.
Oh, thanks, man.
And that was exactly what you said then.
Oh yeah. So it was a good bit for a little while.
And I was like, I love side B. The B side.
I wanted that to be the whole album. Was bombing at the.
It was my favorite.
Are you the B-side bomb?
A side was the headlining, the real set, and then B side was the same set that he tried to do.
We tried to record at the Laughing Skull right during March.
Awesome.
What was it?
It's the Final Four.
Final
in Atlanta.
Four. And it was in Atlanta. We tried to record at the Laughing Skull. The shows were so bad and so poorly attended. Not because of the Laughing Skull. I like that place.
Yeah.
But because of just the circumstance.
Yeah.
And we got one show that I thought was worth something, and it was the crowd. It was the only packed show, and they were so drunk, and I fought with them the entire hour.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And I said, I want that to be the album. And this guy Jason that has this label called Be Seen that did it. He was like, that you can't put that out. Like that can be the second part.
Yeah.
So it was so rough of a run of shows. I left, went and did Moon Tower, and while I was at Moon Tower, what's his name? It was Mike Albanese and Gilbert, the two main, like I feel like the main dudes of Atlanta comedy, called me and they're like, "We can set up another show on Monday night because I was driving." And they're like, "If you want to drive back through Atlanta on your way home, we can set up a show for Monday night at Star Bar and pack it. And we can try to record again." And I called the label guy and he's like, "Yeah." And we did it. And we had one show. We got the album.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then that became the album. And then the B-side was the other thing. But it was always something like that. I remember being in North Carolina. They told me there was a fucking, I think it was called the Tulip Festival. And I was like, what? What is that? And he was like,
everyone's there.
He goes, "You've heard of the flower, right?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yes, I know the flower." He goes, "There's a festival for it." And nobody's coming to the shows.
That's the thing. You go to Buffalo, you go to anywhere in the north. If you go during the summer, they're like, "Yeah, people go outside."
Yeah.
We've been locked inside all winter, so you're not going to sell a ticket.
Yeah.
I did Indianapolis during the Final Four.
Which
in
club?
Indy, Helium. The whole crowd, the late shows, because everybody's just day drinking the whole time.
Oh.
It's just everybody's in like different college uniforms, shit face. They have no idea what the show is. They just came in. They're like, "Let's see some comedy tonight."
That sucks.
Ugh.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
I got an
ass.
office party in Phoenix. There was just like
They're kind of
9
fun.
people
They're
came
kind
up
of fun.
afterwards and were like, that was interesting.
Yeah.
And I came up, I was like, "Thanks, guys."
I got hit
like,
with an office party in Irvine,
Yeah.
and a
Oh.
woman, dude, 2 women. It was a holiday party. It was during Christmas.
Yeah.
A lady just sat like this because you know how the tables are going that way.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't face me. They faced each other and just went. The whole fucking show. There was an old woman going.
Dude, can I tell you that I tried to do like the ultimate road dog move and invite a dude on stage with me and it backfired?
Of course it backfired. Why'd you do that?
He just yelled at me the whole time.
So funny.
Oh, what
He
happened?
was huge.
What happened when he
He
got
just
up
was
there?
talking the whole time, like, dude, please stop. And he started like chattering. I'm like, yeah, why don't you get up here, dude?
Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks,
That's-
asshole.
Yeah, and he came up and was like, I was making fun of him, but it was insane. There was a drunk guy screaming on stage. And I'd be like, okay, dude, get down. You got to get down now. The whole crowd was like, what is this? Damn, it looks so cool on YouTube, dude.
Yeah, it's so cool when they do it.
So funny. I was at Laugh Bar.
I was just scared he was going to beat me up. I was like, oh, dude, you should get down now.
It would have been awesome if he would have fucking whooped your ass up
Yeah,
there.
it would have been righteous.
That would have been a good
I was
clip.
like, dude, he's making fun of how I was dressed. I was like, dude, you're dressed like a Russian Uber driver, dude. Get out
Nice.
of here. And he was like, you're fucking gay, dude. I was
Ooh,
just like,
the counter.
Yeah, I was like,
The perfect
so what if
counter
I am,
punch.
dude? Get this guy out of here.
You should have sucked his dick while he beat you up.
I would have won.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Him just punching you while you had his dick in your mouth.
That would have been awesome, dude. Dude, that would have ruled.
Yeah.
From a ticket moving
Yeah.
perspective, dude, that would have.
He said he was gay.
Fuck. Claire was wearing a fucking sheets camo the
Yeah,
other day.
but that's been
I
early in the
groomed them.
game.
I groomed them.
You're like B from Abducted in Plain Sight.
she's afraid.
Zip
She
Thorpe, you like sheets. Zip Thorpe.
She thinks the aliens are going to destroy the Earth if she doesn't wear stuff like you.
Claire's crying. Oh man, baby girl's
That's
crying.
fine. Claire's fine. Who gives a fuck?
She's crying to her sister. She's like, the aliens said they'll murder you. She's like, bring that shit.
Bring that shit. I'll fuck me them aliens.
Her sister's like, the fucking Earth's flat, so who cares?
Can you say that on the?
Cat's out of the bag,
Cat's
dude.
out of the bag.
My girlfriend's sister is a flat Earth.
Shut up, dude. Shut up. Genuine?
Yeah. No.
What's her one sentence quote? You broke Corey. What's your one sentence quote on what her thing is? I've never seen it be round.
Shit. All right, I'm already in this hole.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine, dude. This is a safe space.
This is not a safe.
If she thinks
this
yours
is the
flat-
opposite of
I
a
mean,
safe space. This is comedy central on the radio.
You're gonna R. Kelly it? Is that thing on?
Yeah.
Is that thing on?
How stupid.
If she thinks the Earth is flat, dude, if she thinks the Earth's flat, she definitely doesn't know how to operate satellite radio.
Oh no, this will never get back to her. He's worried about getting you get in trouble with the
whole
girlfriend.
thing.
Yeah, it's a girlfriend fight.
It's a whole thing. This is definitely.
People don't realize that with comedy. Sometimes it's Jay. You've got a good place. You just let it fly. But sometimes you get in trouble. No, I haven't gotten in trouble with this current one, but past ones have been like, did you? Well, the wealthy girl was like, did you just shit on me on your show? And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You broke my heart. What'd you think I was going to do?
You hurt me, and I have a microphone in front of my face.
I will retaliate by any means necessary.
Have to make my love into a comedy bit.
Sorry, Jake.
See, we broke Jacob's heart. But yeah,
sorry, Jake.
well, we'll get back to Michael Jackson, but this just solidifies that you need to come in when we do a pre-record of Beyond the Earth or Beyond the Curve. Beyond the Curve,
which is a documentary on Netflix
about flat earthers.
Flat earthers,
Yeah.
man.
Go watch that.
They are every situation. I like that my stepfather's here. This is something very instilled in me by him.
Mm-hmm.
When I first got a tattoo when I was younger, and I have a bunch of tattoos now. I like tattoos. However, his point from the get-go was smart. When I got a tattoo, he goes, "Why don't you just get in shape? Like whatever it is you're trying to do with that tattoo could be solved if you were in shape." And everything I see. When I watched
great piece of advice.
When I watched the documentary about the alt-right and the Antifa, polar opposite sides, the answer to all of that and all, it's just like, hey, why don't you guys just get laid or something, man?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're going to flat Earth conventions, like,
so that's
I don't know, man. Get plastic surgery before you do that and try to make your face different.
And
or
we're
like,
gonna
fix the problem that's here is that you have nothing to do, so you're gonna make flat Earth clocks.
The thing I find the fucking funniest is that the scientists are so right that they just feel bad for the people. They're like,
let them have it.
They really are. They're like, God bless. If that's what you think, you're not going to get into science. You're not going to, you know what I mean?
Well, it's almost my thing with a flat earther, too. I go, you believe there's this big conspiracy to cover up what? I take the information. If they go, we've been lied to forever, the earth is flat, I'd go, okay.
Yeah.
I go, oh, so that mean, so my big dream of sailing from fucking Atlantic City to fucking Los Angeles via going around the world isn't going to happen? Well, shit. All right.
Wait, do you understand how the world works?
Yeah, I was going to go around it.
Still, flat or not, you can still do that.
No.
What? You can't sail from
No, you can't
Atlantic
go,
City to.
Of
LA.
course you can. You'd go around it though. I'm saying to go around.
No matter what, to sail from Atlantic City to LA, you would just have to go through the Panama Canal.
Okay.
No.
He's saying go the long way.
I understand you're saying. I'm talking the scenic route.
Down
You're
underneath
saying down
South
cut
America.
Yeah, South America.
Flat or around, that still works.
But he's saying go
you guys
east.
are doing a poor job of debunking.
I'm saying I'm not.
I'm not debunking nothing.
This still
Atlantic
works.
City, Los
I'm
Angeles.
taking a flight. I'm already there.
talking about going this way to come around it. If it's flat Earth, that wouldn't work. You'd go off the
I think
edge.
you guys just made a flat earther out of me.
You'd go off the edge.
You walk away.
Yeah,
you're
you
like,
just say, nah, dude. If you're a flat earther, call in. My girlfriend's sister, call in.
Did she tell you to your face that she thinks the Earth is flat? Like you had a conversation with her?
I did not. It's secondhand.
Is she all about it though?
So I'm abusing someone's trust right
yeah.
now.
Is that all? Is she all about it?
We're talking about Michael Jackson, so it's on
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
It is. It is kind of.
She's combative.
Oh, really?
I think she'll get you.
Hang on. The flat Earth.
Sarah
Netflix-
McPants saying the Flat Earth Netflix doc made me yell more than Abducted in Plain Sight and Leaving Neverland combined. Yeah, it's a rough watch. Well, that's why we're going to do a whole episode on it.
It is a rough watch, but I want one of those clocks the guy makes.
We'll get one.
Yeah.
Dude, you got a birthday? You got a
makes
birthday
good flat
almost,
Earth clocks.
almost a year away.
Yeah, I want one so bad. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Back to Leaving Neverland. What I wanted to bring.
Well, I mean, dude.
Maybe they're just goofing.
I mean, I stay amazed at the number of people who still come out and have done blackface. That's kind of one of those things where it's like, dude, how?
Yeah.
And it must haunt their fucking dreams, dude.
Dude, did you? I told you on the last episode. I was listening to the 1619 Project.
Yeah.
I'm woke. And they're talking about how black people invented music.
Excuse me.
Pardon me. That's the Jeopardy.
Obvious.
Invented music.
That's what the Pythagorean scale's named after.
But minstrel shows was like they were huge hits. Like
like blackface shows.
First off, I think that's Jim Crow.
What?
You know the Jim Crow laws and all that?
So let me reset my posture.
I could be wrong, but is Jim Crow just like
blackface? Mandated blackface?
The person who Jim Crow is.
Stop. Tell me he was a blackface superstar.
Let me Jamie that for me. Who actually is Jim Crow? Because it sounded like Jim Crow was an old black dude that was working, and a theater dork heard him singing and was like, "That's the ticket." And then went blackface and just repeat. He was like, "I found old Jim Crow," and he was saying like this, and people were like, "This is the fucking shit."
Really?
Yeah. I could be wrong on that. I swear to God, he was singing about Jim Crow.
What Wikipedia says is it's a character by Thomas B. Rice, and he
Yeah.
got it from a slave.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So Jim Crow was not like, when you hear like Jim Crow laws, it's like that must have been like a shitty senator or
That's
something.
what I thought it was.
No, Jim Crow was just like a dude working.
So
And some fucking theater dork saw him, put on blackface, imitated him, and the dude was selling out theaters.
he John Lovitzed him. He was like, he peaked out like the wedding singer.
That's the ticket. Oh yeah.
He's losing his mind, and I'm reaping the benefits.
Yeah.
Dude.
So then what happened was all like music in America became just white people wearing blackface, imitating black songs.
That was for a while.
For a while.
God, that must have been crazy,
and it was
dude.
killing it. But there were also black performers doing the exact same thing.
What, doing whiteface?
No, wearing blackface and
What?
singing with them.
There,
Yes.
Stop. You tell me there's fake black. There was fake blackfacers.
Blackface, dude.
That's pissing me off, dude.
I'm pissed.
How are they going to steal blackface, dude?
How are they going to take our culture? How are they going to appropriate our blackface culture?
So how would you even steal black? They would just put the paint on to be like,
Yeah, because the paint is it was just like, this is the fucking outfit you wear when you do these songs.
yeah.
So black dudes that were doing them would put on blackface.
Was this like secret though? Were they like? Was it like a triple disguise?
No, I mean, it's pretty. You can tell what it doesn't look anything like a black person. It's not like blackface is like perfectly done, like brown. No, it's like dark black with like a white fucking. He's like, "Oh, I've been working so hard out here in the field." People are like, is that actually a black guy? Wait a second, is that fucking guy black? Yeah, but that was interesting. I always thought Jim Crow. I figured Jim Crow was either I figured Jim Crow, based on the name, that doesn't sound like a waspy senatorial name from back then.
No.
I figured that Jim Crow was just a guy who got like lynched
I thought it was just a dude with a
Or
vision.
like-
I thought it was just a dude with a vision.
or committed suicide.
I thought Jim Crow was a white guy who was like, I got an idea. Check this out.
Yeah.
I thought it was a white dude who made up.
No, I figured Jim Crow was either like a victim of the crimes that were created or that. But no, it turns out he was just a dude working. Perhaps a slave.
Who got his swag stolen.
He totally got his swag ripped off by
got
just like a
swagger jacked.
failing actor.
Oh, God, they've always been
Failing
slimy,
dorks,
bro.
dude.
They've always been
Theater
There's
kids
nothing,
continue to be the slimiest turds on earth.
there's nothing more vicious than a failing actor, dude. Just being like, I think I can capitalize off of this. What's going on?
That must have been a fucking wild risk that first night. I mean, good for him. That's a rough one to be like, all right, let's see if this works. What do they look like? He's got a picture of a black dude. He's like, yeah, that guy got wild, dude. But, dude, imagine people like in the audience like, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this is working for me.
True. He was at like a talent show. Some guy just did like the fiddle, and this other guy comes out, and they're like, "Holy shit!" People must immediately burst into laughter. They're like, "Holy shit!"
In the incredibly powerful podcast 1619, I suggest all of my listeners listen to it. I'm sure you guys are gonna love it. Our listeners would love it.
They love the 1619. I still don't. I've listened to a whole podcast about it, and I just forget. I know, like it's like you want to change a historical thing to like 1619 rather than 1776. So you don't so that way you don't celebrate the founding fathers, you celebrate the slave labor. That's I think the idea behind the 1619 project. Could be wrong.
I think there's going to be some disappointment when they find out a lot of who owned slaves.
What do you mean?
If you look into history, kind of everyone
had them.
Literally everyone had them.
Really?
No, I mean every race had them.
Yeah.
Like the Prophet Muhammad.
Yeah.
Prophet Muhammad, which is ironic because you hear a lot of people, a lot of black militants change their name to Muslim names.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't want the slave owners' names. It's like,
yeah.
You guys are going to be bummed.
You guys are going to be bummed out.
Did you find out that the Prophet?
Jesus didn't have slaves. He had disciples.
You know who didn't have slaves?
Jesus.
He
had disciples.
Jesus.
That's pretty much the only person I can
And
think
it's
of.
funny, too, because Arabs tend to go with the exact same thing white dudes do. When defending slave owners, they're like, we treated them well.
Yeah, dude. That's the Arab defense. Is like, well, we didn't commercialize it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that because it was like.
Anybody who had them has the exact same defense where it's just like, wow, we did better. They liked it.
Well, I read that before about the Arabian slaves. And I read this in an article where they try to justify it being like, look, it wasn't anything like the farms in the South. Like, it was
just the desert.
It was busy work.
Everybody was having fun.
It was busy work.
It was the desert and
chores.
Sharia law. There's no way it was brutal.
Well, they also then I read about they had like full on galley slaves though, where you would just be in the bottom of a boat just till the day you died, dude. Just on the fucking
horsepower.
Yeah, just chained to like 3 other dudes, just like a human motor basically, just fucking all day. I mean, damn. Did you get ripped? No doubt. But that was it.
Those types we talked about yesterday because I've been looking into the slave revolt in Haiti.
Yeah.
That must have been a rough one. When one of those engines decided to fucking turn over on you. Those jack dude, 90 jack dudes coming up the steps.
Like like computerized cars, people are like, well, what if the computer freaks out and it's like veers me into a tree?
Like, it won't.
They're all like the whole side was like push left, and the ship was like fuck.
Yeah, where are we going? Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's we were saying that yesterday about like, and that's something I would love to know about how people who owned slaves slept at night without being like I hope these guys don't fucking come fuck me up.
In Haiti, they were like super paranoid about getting poisoned.
Yeah,
that was one thing that like not for some reason, it's because they were torturing everybody.
Yeah.
They were torturing everyone on the island.
I wouldn't be able to eat, dude.
And then, one day, but there was a bunch of different factions in the Haitian Revolution.
Yeah.
There was the rich whites.
Mm-hmm.
This guy puts it as the big whites.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like the, kind of royal, major, the Bezos.
The burgers?
The Bezos.
The burgers and Bezos?
Yes. And then there was the small whites that were like middle management.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were the free coloreds.
Yeah.
They're called.
That's what they're called? It's Haiti.
And then there were the slaves. And so literally when everything broke up and the revolution started, they all just formed their own factions. But this was interesting to me. The small whites and the black folk, not the slaves. Slaves never really had any support.
Yeah.
The free slave-owning black people and the white people had mutual interests, which was fuck the big whites.
Yeah.
We want our own shit. And the way the big whites separated them was racial division and racist laws, basically Jim Crow laws.
They put them, yeah.
They instilled them in them.
So in
Because
Haiti,
they were like, oh, these guys are starting to get along and they're going to start fucking with our shit. We better separate this entire population with like pointless racist laws.
oh,
like,
they
it was
gave
just-
the white people like heads up.
Give
or
the
a
white
little-
people a slight advantage from the black people, and then so that the black people would complain.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck are we doing this? And then the white people that are getting benefits are like, why don't you shut up?
Yeah.
You're lucky.
That's fair.
Yeah, this is fair, you know. And then eventually the slaves just, you know, they got machetes.
God, everybody.
Went off, dude. And Haiti, this was the scariest part. Haiti's like all sugarcane. It was all sugarcane.
Yeah.
Which apparently like burns like super easy.
Yeah.
So like right away the slaves just lit fire. So the whole island was like burning. And then they started both sides just committing like the scariest atrocities.
Yeah, the island's on fire, dude.
The
Everyone's
island was
fighting.
on fire, and if either side got captured, you were getting tortured. So it was just bands of roving dudes, just like, we're killing everybody that we see.
Do you know in
Scary times.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? That's the powder they throw on the fire to make it go up. Sugar.
Really?
Yeah.
How about
Put
that?
sugar on it, dude. Sugar can ignite.
Are you afraid of the dark sugar?
That's what it is. I used to do it on my
I
stove.
told you that. Your chiropractor?
No, you know that shit, white powder on Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Anyway.
That's my theory. Because I used to, when I was little, I used to think it was funny. I used to put sugar on my stove and it would go and blow up. So I'm like, dude, I think that's what they threw on the flames in Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh, so you came up with that.
That's my theory, yeah.
I think you might be right.
I think it's sugar, dude.
There was an episode
You
on
just
that.
solidified the theory.
Oh, sugar
I've been
cane.
working on that theory for like
And you
15
just heard
years.
it.
And now you said sugar cane. I was like, powder sugar is pretty
15,
flammable.
were you 20 when you watched it? You're like,
It's like 30 years in the making. No, it's
Yeah.
probably
That's a
about
30-year
25-year
it's a
theory.
30-year theory right there.
You just gave me the E equals MC
Just
squared
got
of my
bumped.
theories, dude.
Just got bonked. Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
But anyway, Haitian Revolution, sick. Check it out.
Yeah, that's highly recommend.
Boys
it.
got rowdy.
I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was the only time that really ever happened, though. Most slave revolts got like horrendously.
Squashed.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about the coffee thing? Or there was I was reading something about, it was like an article about coffee, and they were saying the guy, I think, left England, and he was like, I'm going to start a coffee farm where you can like actually grow coffee, like when coffee was becoming
Yeah.
big. So he just went to some other country, and there was like a bunch of indigenous people, and he was like, hey, you guys want to grow coffee? And like, no, we just grow all of our
Yeah.
food and eat it and chill. And he was like, that's cool.
Why don't you grab some coffee?
Dude, he was like, that's cool. And just destroyed all their food and crops. And everyone was starving. He's like, guys want to grow coffee? I'm just throwing it out there. You want to grow some coffee? And they were like,
Oh,
I
fuck,
guess
what
we
happened
have
to your
to.
shit?
So he just went to a place, ruined their food supply, and was like, you guys got to work for me now. We're growing coffee. And
Yeah.
that was like the start, not of like, it's one of the big main coffee companies. That's how they started. A guy just absolutely starved the entire country and was
Yeah.
like,
Now it's
he's
crazy
like, I'm a businessman.
that these type of people have existed throughout history.
Yeah.
And became leaders and rich and heads of state throughout history. But now we got rid of those.
No,
types.
now they're good. Exactly.
Now they're all good guys.
It's just Nancy Pelosi and Trump. And Nancy Pelosi's going to
Nancy's
save
a
us.
sweetheart.
Trump's going to kill everybody.
Trump is a bad guy.
That's what people. That's the level
Yeah.
of that's the level of discourse and worrying. It's like we got to get that good lady in there who takes good
But,
pictures.
you know, the others, I mean, the Trump side of it's just like everybody's kind of starting to concede that he's a bit of a fucking dingus.
Yeah.
Like, even if you loved him, you're like, oh, fucking,
yeah,
it's better than what the other side.
It's like-
That's all that anybody has right now. People are like, Biden can't think, right? It's like, well, anybody but Trump.
Yeah.
And you're like, Trump's like a dipshit, right? Like, anybody but.
First of all, I admire the way my president ran down that ramp. Everyone was
True.
saying he doesn't have it anymore. It's like, dude, he just
Oh, yeah, that's
he
right.
just gained some speed because the terrain was slippery. So he fucking ran full speed down the hill, dude. I don't see what the big problem is here.
He didn't, though. Did you watch him?
No,
He didn't run at all.
What did he do?
He, like, the last step, he was like,
He just hobbled.
like that. That's it. Well, the thing was how slow he walked down the steps.
Yeah.
And then he tweeted out, he was like, yeah, because everybody would laugh at me if I fell.
Oh, it's kind of sad, man.
It's so sad, dude. No, obviously that's not how he said it. He was like, the piece of shit media wishes I fell. I can't fall.
It's like everyone kind of wishes
it's
somebody walking down a
impossible.
ramp falls.
Every single time I see someone on a ramp, I'm
Yeah.
like, fall.
Trump should go full wheelchair. He should doctor exit. That way to ensure he never
Little
slips or
FDR
falls.
action.
Yeah, dude, it's like make fun of me now, bro.
Right. Yeah.
If he started like now they have like designer specs. He should throw himself in a designer chair. It's not necessary. It's just fashion.
True.
And just chair out, and it's like, what do you got to say about him?
Yeah, true. He was disabled.
Or do that thing people do at Beg for Change, like put his knees in his sneakers and
pussy 20 times, just making fun of him, and it would get a laugh. But now they're
if there's one thing you know about Ric Flair, what is it? I'd be like, you're a wrestler, one of the great promoters. Well, you'd be wrong. It's that I respect people's time. That I will never make someone who donates their time. That's the one thing you know about Ric Flair.
Yeah, and his son died.
His son died was As soon as he brought that up, I was like, all right, I'm out. I'm not going to make fun of him one more time. This is very sad.
I had a bunch of like,
you guys kept fucking going. Every time someone else did it, I was like, yo, who is doing this?
That's what Luis Gomez is there for. He just slid right in and rattlesnaked it up about his dead son.
Yeah, he was ready for it.
Yeah, but great time.
We had a cigar lounge and it got infiltrated by like others. You know,
that's a problem.
So Bobby Kelly got them to donate one of the staff members to stand guard to only let comedians in. He brought them with Rugula. Yeah, and he just stood there and said, "Sorry, no."
There is a little bit of a church and state problem at Skankfest. Like to get from here to here, which takes 6-minute walk, that turns into a 48-minute walk.
Pictures. And
I'm happy to do it, but something you got to spot, you know.
Yeah.
So that gets tough, and you start running out of material, and you don't want to do the old stuff because they know every single thing you've ever written.
Yeah.
So
you
kind of
be real careful of material.
Yeah.
Like, this joke now, then that joke. I'll look through 4. Okay, write it down.
I would do 8 minutes on DeRosa, then I do 2 minutes of jokes, and I get off.
Well,
good times.
That's good stuff.
Missed a good one.
It was fun.
Dylan
it was
showed
fun.
up on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Sean Patton showed up on
Nick
Sunday.
Mullen. He was there.
Yeah,
it was
nice.
pretty great. Pretty great turnout.
I mean, just constant drunk, constant boomers.
I did an all-nighter on the last night. That was a mistake. And I was jet lagged. I did a month in Europe, flew home, changed my bag, flew out to Vegas, and the jet lag hit me like 2 days in. And it was hell.
Fuck.
Brutal. But I got Skankfest in there.
Simonson was like, I can't find mushrooms. And I'm like, shut up. And then,
how can you not find mushrooms?
And then like an hour later, he goes, I know why you laugh now.
I'm happy he was there. He's hilarious.
Dude, he ruled. He fucking went for it.
He's great.
He was going for it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know he got after it.
Constantly fucked up. He said he's still on shrooms on the plane.
I didn't know he went after it like that.
He's
he
an
does
animal.
is shrooms. They invented it in Norway.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, not that part.
He
but
doesn't drink. He just does shrooms all day, every
he
day.
doesn't drink. That's why I've never seen him getting rowdy at the cellar.
Yeah.
We got after it a little the other night.
Yeah, that was nice.
Way more than I thought we did.
That was nice. I'm glad
I
you
woke up
showed up.
hungover as fuck.
That was bad.
Yeah, that was worse.
You get a text, and I had just woken up. It was just saying, yo. Like, I know, but the light turned my eyes.
Yeah.
Well, the cellar will do that. It's hard to leave. You get a couple of
They
whiskeys
keep giving
going.
you-
And my spots were late.
Oh,
I got there at midnight, basically.
That's my normal. That's my norm.
Yeah.
That's great.
You were a little fucked up when I got there, right? What were you up to?
No, I think I just hadn't got started. It was from Skankfest. I was worn out. I was still like
just
hey.
tired, yeah.
Yeah, it'll take it out of you. The after party starts at 1 at a strip club. So, you know,
Oh, you
you're
mean
fucked.
the Protect Our Parks strip club after party?
That was
Did
nuts.
you see that?
What was that?
They just, without asking me or Ari, just posted and
I figured out what it was.
I didn't even see this.
So I was like, yeah, they didn't have permission to do that. Because then I got a text like, hey, would you be willing to do an after party? I'm like, no. And this, no fucking way. And
What?
then
It was like a strip club posted a flyer that was just me and Ari.
the
And it said,
Protect Our Parks,
Parks
after party.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, and he was like, do you know? I'm like, no.
I was like, I don't even think I'm going.
Yeah. And why am I not in it?
Yeah.
What the hell? I got
And
cut
also,
out.
no, we didn't even, we would have said no.
Yeah.
I would have said I'll probably
I'm not gonna
go.
be obligated to
but
go to
I'm
a
not-
fucking
yeah.
strip club.
Yeah.
I will
do what I
say,
want.
those strippers were, did you ever go?
Yeah, I went the first night.
They were fucking aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
so 2 of them took DeRosa that first night. He said he fell asleep.
Good Lord,
Story tracks.
DeRosa.
He
Oh,
falls
yeah.
asleep, and then he wakes up, and there's 2 Puerto Rican women looking up at him. He's like, "What?" He goes, "They're like, we should go to the ATM." And he's like, "Okay, what?"
Yeah.
They just took like $2 grand from him. They just like
Yeah.
max it out, give it to us, goodbye.
Nice.
Yeah.
This guy had a fucking weekend.
Oh, my God. For a 61-year-old, he can roll.
Yeah, it's funny because last Skankfest, he was like, when we got there, he was like, 'cause I went to the doctors, I got to stop drinking.
Yeah.
He said I couldn't
A
drink.
year later, he's blowing guys.
Oh my god, he kept getting opinions till he got one he liked. He got a better help doctor to tell him he can drink all he wants.
He was also starting a sandwich shop back then, so he had to keep it on the up and up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a business to run. but a lot of blow going around as well.
Ooh, good thing I missed it.
Yeah.
I love when they hit you with a drug term for a drug you don't normally do. So I say something and they hear whatever they think, and they go, "Oh, do you want to?" It's just some term.
A snickerdoodle.
A dandy. And you're like, what? Like,
yes.
What is that? Like, it's a dandy of whatever. I'm like, I don't even know that thing.
What's it do?
Yeah, what's it do?
It makes you itch.
Right.
Like, all right, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
We got whippets going.
Whippets were around.
Me and little Sasquatch did some whippets upstairs.
Sass doing some whippets?
Yeah, it was great.
He's the same guy on whippets and normal.
Yeah, something's wrong with that
Something's
guy.
wrong with him. He was sent here.
He looks exactly like fucking Fry from Futurama.
Damn.
It's fucking crazy how much he looks like him.
That's wild.
Yeah. Anyway, we got that going. What
yeah.
else?
Hold on. Oh, shit, I was going to say something. You
Do
blew
that
my
in
mind
post.
with a
Put
Fry.
a picture over his picture. Post.
Yeah, graphic.
Mother post.
Shit, what the hell? I had
That's
something.
great. You're doing whippets with Lil Sass.
Oh, it was great. Tony wanted to do it, but he's like, I don't do well on whippets. Like, when's the last time you did it? He goes, I've never done it. I'm like, I fucking hate that argument so much.
Tony's.
Anybody who said I've never done anything.
I don't do well,
but I won't do
whip
it.
heads.
Oh, the highlight of the whole fest.
Yes.
Was your show.
Oh, the
That
shit
was
talking show?
amazing. Dude, I didn't want this show to end.
Did
I was
you
in the
go?
back hiding, just like, oh,
I
God.
said an hour timer. It was a last minute ad. We were like
Sold out like
we
that.
suggested it at the Skankfest opening, which I don't think any of those are taped. And they go, let's do a show. Ari and Joe shit on any comic you suggest.
With Hinchcliffe and Bobby Kelly.
And then Louis like, it's done, we're doing it. And I'm like, Louis, you didn't write down or text anyone.
Yeah.
We're never gonna do this. So then we on our own pushed Rebecca and Christine, and they added it. Last show.
And it was epic.
It was great, right?
Unreal. I mean, it got too real.
It got
like
too real
Tony
moments.
goes hard. DeRosa will be like, oh, Burt Kreischer, I don't know his kids' names. And Tony's like, he owes me money.
Shit like that.
It was wild.
Yeah, there were a few moments that got for real serious, but most of it kept on the up and up.
The Bill Burr stuff, I was like, cut the mic. This is too much.
This is a strict no phones policy.
Yeah, I mean,
show.
they're talking about
We
illegal
said
stuff.
we need 6 extra staff members in there. And every 20 minutes, like, guys, again, no fucking phones. You see anybody, you got to tell them.
I filmed half of it. I was back there with a selfie stick.
That's a crazy show.
It's a crazy show.
You and DeRosa just...
Me and DeRosa. And we said, they suggested one of us, 5 in. He goes, actually, let's close with that. We just shit on
you did on each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. You shit on each other.
Yeah. But I set my timer for an hour, and then we went 35 minutes over that.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're like, we
didn't want
got
it
to
to
finish
end.
this.
Was there anybody you were like, he's a good guy?
Yeah, but then immediately we got corrected. We're like, that's not what this show is.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, when they suggest people you legitimately respect, and you're like, I'll tell you the one part of him I don't respect.
Yeah, and then it gets personal.
Yeah.
And then
I must have eaten from a different container or something.
Dude, you got to really mix that shit up. A lot of
But
times
it
doesn't
didn't
get
fuck
through.
with me at all. In fact, I forgot I took it. I flew home. She was like, were you fucked up? I was like, oh, yeah, I ate that weekend. I'm like, no, not at all.
Huh.
Then I was like, oh, that was actually kind of nice. I didn't even really feel it. It was relaxing.
Yeah.
I think I was relaxed.
Yeah.
So I munched this one. Get in the shower 20 minutes later or however long. I get in the shower. We have this new rug that has black, crumb. I don't even know, not crumbs, but it's weird. It's like a rug placeholder, the thing you put underneath.
Yeah.
It's got these black specks.
Okay.
So the rug was off and I was walking on it. So I had black specks all over my shoe, or the bottom of my feet. I get in the shower and they just sprayed everywhere. And I was like, what are these, fleas? And I started reaching ass naked in the shower for 15 minutes. Trying to grab them, but they would move because of the water.
Your fear of pestilence is so.
I'm so afraid of it.
I know.
I got bed bugs, dude. It fucked me up.
I know.
I had it before anyway.
In Mount Vernon,
I was so afraid of bugs.
Oh, it's so funny. Makes sense. I'm afraid of being poisoned all the time. I don't know why. I always think
so I was reaching for these things, grabbing them. I was holding them up to. Anytime you think it's a bug. Yeah. And you hold it up to a light, no matter what it is, you're like, that is a bug. Fuck. Where are these bugs coming from? Do I have crabs? What the fuck is this?
Oh, my God.
And then finally I realized, I was like, holy shit, I'm high as fuck.
Ah, fuck.
I was like, oh, no.
And you're like, and these bugs. And
I
these
got bugs on me, and I'm so high. And I had to stop.
That's the worst.
Dude, think of being ass naked, bent over in a shower for 5 minutes trying to be it's just dirt. It's just dirt.
What night was this? What night of the week was this again?
Wednesday.
Wednesday night. Okay.
It was a nice Wednesday night. Also,
right,
what was
right.
funny is I was like, okay, cool. I'm not going to drink Sunday, Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Got
Yeah.
a nice little 4-day. So I eat this weed on Wednesday. I was like, the only way I can get ejected out of this is wine.
Yeah.
I need to get drunk.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this is hell. Dude, I sat down. It was the night the United States played Costa. I get out of the shower. I'm like, I'm high as fuck. This sucks.
Yeah.
I'll put $200 on Team USA to beat Costa Rica.
Did you do that before or after?
They lost 2-0. I did it right before. So I was like, all right, at least I can enjoy this soccer game. I sit down to watch the soccer game. The only thing I can think of is because it was at Costa Rica. Literally, I sat there just like, how much it would fucking blow to be Costa Rican. That's all I was thinking of. Was just like, your country stinks. I mean, yeah, it's beautiful, whatever. I've never been there, but you go out, the city is just a dump.
Yeah.
Like, there's buildings, shit just doesn't work.
Yeah,
the whole country, it just sucks.
Yeah, nobody relies on tourism because they want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's never a thing like, oh yeah, we'll just.
Yeah, maybe it's not that bad, but when I was high, I was thinking of like, this just sucks. Like, it's just probably hot. I mean, I'm sure you get used to a lot of things, but like.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like living at the Bahamas. It's like, oh, it's paradise. You go there, it's like really sad.
Yeah.
It's like a caste system.
Yeah, it's all I was thinking. And then I was like, I kind of understand cheering for them against us. It's like this team, they're in Costa Rica stadium. They're like, let's go. We need to win this.
Fuck yeah.
USA's there, like, whatever. We're all millionaires now. Anyway, so
you're
I
feeling
literally
bad for
stared at
Costa
the TV feeling bad for Costa Rica. Didn't watch the game. I looked at the television for 20 minutes. I checked the time. When I realized all I was doing was thinking about Costa Rica and not watching the game, I checked the clock on the game, and it was at like the 25th minute. I didn't even know what color the jerseys were.
You spent an episode of Friends being like.
Sitting there going. And then USA lost 2-0. I was like, God damn it.
What a fucking wormhole.
Oh, it was bad.
Oh my God.
And then I heard this story of a lady who got killed by an elephant.
From where?
From my girlfriend's town.
So where'd you hear the story?
She told me.
Oh God, man.
And it was killing me because this lady loved elephants.
Yeah.
She loved elephants. She's from the middle of the country in America. She loves elephants. She's a rich lady, so she started a foundation to save elephants.
Yeah.
So she goes to Africa and gets fucking crushed by an elephant.
Stomped?
Yeah, in her tent at night, an elephant came in and was just like,
oh no,
and ground her up into the ground with his tusks. And then I was laughing because she loved elephants, and then her dying thought was it had to have been fuck elephants.
Oh yeah,
and that was making me laugh. I was like, what a fucked up.
She might have been
God.
in denial. She'd be like, "This is a rhinoceros. This is a rhinoceros."
An elephant would never do this. Yeah, she's like, oh, that's
sees a
crazy.
trunk come in and grab a peanut from her tent. She's like, no,
you guys are. It turns out you guys suck. Yeah, so that was killing me.
Oh God, when did she break the news? Is she like just like what led?
Yeah,
up
all
to
of a sudden, dude, she was hitting me with fucked up stories.
Oh God,
a lot of them, dude.
She took you to the nether
she
realm.
kept saying shit. I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. I kept being like, is that funny? That's funny. It's actually sad. And then I'd be like, but that's kind of, I guess, what humor is when you think about it. Like, dude, I hate weed. I hate it. I hate it.
So
I was like, at one point, I smoked myself into being a communist because of how shitty Costa Rica was.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck America, dude. Give Costa Rica some stuff. And I was like, what am I, a communist? Dude, this was a nightmare. I hate it.
How
I
many
hate it.
milligrams was the thing?
It was fucking nothing, dude.
Well, I'm telling you, when you
They fucked up that batch.
dude, when you make this used to happen to me. When I would make gummies.
Yeah, I tried some of yours.
Yeah, you mix it up. You can do your best, but a lot of times if you're using like an oil base, a lot of them use coconut oil. And dude, you mix it with water, and that oil sometimes it gets a pocket. And you get one gummy that's just a hot shot.
I got hit with the hot shot. I got the dud. I got the dud first.
Yep.
And then this one was, but then again, for me, like 20 milligrams is like, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Dude, there's a huge difference. If you get an alcohol tincture, it's the chillest ever. Because it comes on in like 20 minutes. You don't forget. You're not all of a sudden doing something. You're just like,
yeah, it's just like, dude, I'm sitting there like,
dude,
she'd tell me a story and I'd be like, oh, that's sad, right? That's fucked up, right? But then I was high enough to be like, I'm a communist. Then I was like, you know what's nice about weed? You get to experience what it's like to think like other people. So when you're sober, you can empathize with them better.
Yeah.
I called you and told you that.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was like,
laughing.
that's so gay.
I was laughing so fucking hard.
Oh, I
Dude.
needed Matt, dude. I called Matt. I was like, dude, help.
Hopefully I was of service.
You were laughing about.
Oh, dude.
We could joke about it.
That was the funniest fucking
So
thing.
I was like, I can't stop. I'm high, and I can't stop thinking about Nick Bryant lying about all that. Like, all I could think about was how fucking funny it is. If he has no evidence. Now, obviously, I believe. I genuinely, I believe him. I do believe him. For the record, I believe him. I was just high, and I was thinking about how funny it would be if he was on there like, by the way, yeah, Clarence Thomas is a known pedophile. It's just like he's just out here making shit up.
I was laughing on the way up of him when he talked about getting pulled over with that dude.
Oh, it's so
of
funny.
him just having been like going for the gold and then being like, all right, dude, here's the story. Like
Yeah.
3 years later, just sticking to it, being like,
Yes.
I can't take
He was
that.
trying to, he was trying to get evidence of the compromising pictures.
Yeah.
Which is the funniest way to get caught
Well, that-
searching for child porn and be
Yeah,
like,
that's-
officers, you're just in time. I almost cracked the case, fellas. like pulling them aside and be like, I'm with you guys. I'm trying to catch these motherfuckers.
Yeah, dude, I just hacked Zuckerberg's cloud, dude. This is all his child porn.
Fucking Mark Zuckerberg's the one doing this, fellas. It's like, all right, buddy, you come with us.